Last 9 years, we've raised over $66,000 for local families in need by hosting charity trivia nights. I'm going to run you through how we did it A to Z and how you can do it in your fitness business. So, if you own a fitness business and you are not doing this, it is a mistake. You all tell me how amazing your community is, and I actually believe you. So, put that community to work, do something good for a local family or a local charity, and it will also grow your business. It is the win, 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 win. Just to be completely transparent, I loved raising money for these local charities and local families. But a huge side note, a huge benefit was it absolutely helped grow our business and put us in the best positive light. So in 2015, one of our OG members approached us and said, "Hey, Jamie, unfortunately, my best friend's husband has had a heart attack. They're really going through it. I want to raise money for this person. Can you get behind this?" Now, at the point, it was 2016, I think. We had 400-ish members, and I thought, what an opportunity to put these 400 members to work and to raise money for this person. So we planned a night 10 weeks out. So gave everyone plenty of notice. Well, predominantly women, predominantly mums, to get the babysitters and to get organized. Now, we've hosted it at churches, leagues clubs, and community halls. They're all the same. If you tell them it is for charity, more often you get it for free. If it's a league club, you have to pay per head per food. If it's a community hall or church, you can actually prepare the own food, which was great. Our first location, our members actually cooked dinner for everyone that was there. Now, our biggest one ever was about 240-ish, 250 people, which was unbelievable. So the goal was, if you run a group gym and you have session times, for example, ours were 5:15, 6, 6:45, 9:30, 4:15, 5, and 5:45, you would want to get 2 tables per time slot. Now, if you own a gym, you are going to have people in those sessions that are super loud. Make them the table captains. Make it their responsibility to get those 10 people on the table. They're collecting money and doing all the work for you. So if you can get 2 tables per time slot, already you're at 160 people. Combined with that, they bring friends and family members. Combined with the person that you're actually raising money for, their friends and family will get behind it and come to the event too. Now, how we actually raised the money was a few different ways. The first way was we charged $40 per head to enter the trivia. So if you had a table of 10 people, they'd pay us $400 to get in. Therefore, you have 20 tables. That's right, 10. Yeah, that's $8,000 just there. And that $8,000 can go straight to the family minus what it costs you to buy food for the night. So for the first night, I think it was pizzas, just a typical barbecue food. We did it as cheap as possible. It was also BYO. It was in a community hall and it got out of control. It was really fun. So that is how you get entry fees. And in terms of hosting it, what Mitch and I did is we actually hosted the event ourselves. So Mitchell was the question master, and then I would walk around and ask people on the tables what were the answers after every single round, having a laugh, trying to get engagement from everyone, and just trying to have a really good time. Now, the questions themselves, they were piss easy. We weren't asking how many kilometers is Pluto from the sun. It was like, name the 6 characters in Friends. Who is Bart Simpson's father? Just really simple questions so that majority of people will get the answers right, and it was fun. We weren't asking them absolute, really difficult, hard trivia questions. Now, from there, we had 8 rounds of questions, 64 questions total. In between those rounds, we had 3 different games. So we had the game, classic one, the Who Am I? We had another game, which was throwing like $1 or $2 at a bottle of bourbon. The person who is closest wins the bottle. And the third one was a dirty joke round. Now, we work with predominantly women over the age of 30, 40, and 50. And the dirty joke round was probably my favorite time of the entire year in business. So we started by saying, hey, on your table, send up the funniest person. They're going to tell a joke. And at that point, they didn't know what it was going to be. And it had to be the dirtiest joke they've ever heard. And some of the things that came out, I'm not going to repeat because I'll get my YouTube channel banned. But it was a great time. And we were just constantly raising money the whole night. So it was $10 to go on the games, obviously throwing coins at the bottle of bourbon or vodka or whatever you have. The Who Am I, the dirty joke round. And even we put up a prize for whoever won the trivia of $400. But then obviously they would always give it back to the charity. So if you want to do this, Pick a location, message them, hey, can I have it for free? It is for charity. From there, assign a table captain from every single session slot that you have. Post on social media, post in your Facebook groups, put signs in the gym, reach out to your local newspapers. If you search us, you will find articles in the Cessnock Advertiser and the Maitland Mercury of us running these events. It was truly, truly, truly amazing. My favorite night of the year. We used to get a huge check made up. One of our members was an artist, and we'd hand that check to them the following day. It was probably one of my favorite parts about being a fitness business owner was having that community and putting them to good work. It also made your members feel amazing because they got behind this. Now, in terms of the fitness business aspect, we would always hold it in the middle of winter. So it was always the weekend of my birthday. I'm born July 26th. So it was always the closest weekend to that, middle of winter, and we'd start advertising it at like the start of May. So imagine cold, miserable, cancellations go up. However, you've got this huge event that you're talking about every single day, every single week, every single month. People are purchasing tickets to trivia. Do you think someone who's purchased a ticket to trivia is going to cancel in winter or put their membership on hold? Absolutely no way in the world. So it is fantastic for retention. The night comes the end of July. All of a sudden, they had a fantastic night. They're sitting at a table with all their friends. Hey, we haven't seen you much. Let's get your butt back in the gym. And it's August, the sun's out, and attendance and members tends to pick up again. So that is kind of how we did it. I thought that Mitch and I hosting it was a huge part of the success because we didn't have to pay for a trivia company. And also, like, Mitch was on stage having a few drinks. I was on the floor having way too many drinks. And we just had an absolute blast with the members. And then the members that were there, quite often we go out to a nightclub after. One thing that I think is really, really important, because I know fitness businesses do raise money, but sometimes it's for national charities. Now, of course, I've got nothing against national charities, but there's something about doing it locally where local people will get behind the cause and support it a lot more strongly. So we raise money for Dog Rescue Newcastle. I actually rescued 2 dogs from there, so something I'm really passionate about. We raised money for members' friends that were going through it. We raised money for a member's daughter who had to get IVF treatment several times. And when I look back on our fitness business career, those nights will be some of my fondest memories hosting. And again, it's something that you should definitely consider doing. I gave this exact game plan to one of our clients, Palmer from Bootcamp to You, and she raised over $5,000. She actually held it in the gym, had tables, chairs. It's amazing. So I hope that really helps someone out there. And not just like charity events for trivia, have Christmas parties. We used to have a day where we go to a Knights game. We had like bush walks. We had like Saturday morning walks and coffees. Having that community is so important to your fitness business. And everyone says they have a good community. You look at their churn rate, I beg to differ. If you have these events always up and coming, it can really extend that LTV and extend the retention. And one of the most important things with events is when we were younger, we just had massive piss ups and it was the same members coming to the piss up. So as you progress through our career, we organized different events on the calendar that would speak to different people. So obviously the younger people were coming to King Street nightclub. The older people would come to a barbecue. The footy fans would come to the Knights games, and members that have just joined may come to a walk or may come to a karaoke night. It just works wonders for your fitness business. So again, $66,000 in 9 years. If you have a fitness business, I truly don't know why you wouldn't do it. 10 weeks out, rent a location, get your members behind it, host a night, have fun, don't overthink it, give the person a check, get some really good local media, and you're off and away.